Right, Mel Walsh, I think it was. Thank you very much, Mel. Much appreciated. Sent me a link earlier to something. Didn't know what it was. Didn't know what it was about till I opened it in the comment section, and it's about snooker. The World Snooker's on at the moment, and we're all really enjoying it. That Williams and Higgins yesterday, absolutely fantastic. Anyway, Mel sent something. I didn't know what it was. I say, open the thing, and it's the commentator there. Maybe on the Beeb, maybe it was on TNT. I don't know where because I've never seen the original. Asking some players of their thoughts on snooker and what they could do to improve it, make it better and bring it into the 20th century. They asked about 4, maybe 5 players. And I think what you had on one side, you had Sean Murphy on one side, you had the Hawkins on the other, and people like Neil Robertson and whatever else in the middle. I tended to find that I was on the side of the Hawk, but I like the Hawk anyway. I think he taught more sense. These were the kind of questions that came up, and this is what I would do. They were saying, should we scrap snookers? Scrap snookers altogether to make the game flow, make the game quicker. Sean Murphy thought we should. Others were saying, well, maybe they only have so long looking for snookers, or they can only go for 1 snooker or 2 or 3. Well, I'm one of the weirdos, folks. I'm one of those people that, when I was a kid, I stayed up till 11, 12, 1, 2 in the morning watching snooker. I just love it. The more of a grinder match is, the more I enjoy it, especially if it's people I like within that match. And I love seeing people laying snookers and getting out of snookers. I think that's the real art of snooker. I just love it. I really do. Now, I'm not saying they shouldn't do something maybe to streamline it and make it quicker. They probably should. So if somebody put a gun to my head and said, what would you vote for? I'd say 3, possibly 4. 4 snookers, 4. If you've got 4 snookers, you're allowed to play to get out of 4 snookers. But 4 maximum. You can't go above 4. Then what I'd probably say is, if you've not done it within maybe a time frame of maybe half an hour, then maybe you're dead and buried. Maybe. I don't know. I never thought of that, but that's just come to me now. But maybe 3, maximum 4 snookers. 3 to 4, that's all. But no snookers at all, I don't agree with. Only 1 snooker, I don't agree with that. I think a player should have a chance of winning the frame from a snooker or 2 behind. Because that, I think, is part of the game. And that just shows somebody's snooker brain and the class and the thought that goes into it. I love watching people get in and out of snookers. I really do. The misrule, they mentioned the misrule. And I think somebody said, Murphy said, and certainly Neil Robertson said, the misrule, people are abusing it now. And I guess they are. But what he said, if there's a miss, if you can see a red and you miss it, I think it should be ball in hand. And I'm not so sure I agreed with that initially. And then I thought about it. I thought, well, if you can see the red, you definitely can see it. Maybe I would suggest maybe you get 1 go where you miss the red. But if you miss it a second time and you can definitely hit the red, and that's, 100%, the referee said you could hit the red if you wanted to, I think it should be ball in hand, but not to play anywhere from the table. Ball in hand, and it should be put in the D. I think it should go into the D. But then what I think is, if I'm playing and I snooker you, or your next shot is hard, and you first shot miss the red, but you can hit it, and with the second shot you miss again, I tell the referee I want the ball to go in the D, and I can decide whether I go next or you go next, so as I've got the advantage. That's how I feel it should be. I think that would make the game a hell of a lot better, a hell of a lot fairer, and you would still get the person that isn't in any trouble deciding who goes next. So I think that's fair. Shot clock. They asked about a shot clock. No, I'm not for that at all. I think if ever you go over 1 minute thinking about a shot, no matter how hard it is, then maybe over 1 minute, yes, you start the beeps like they do in that weird frame of snooker, that's on the clock. Start the beeps and give them, say, 10 seconds if they go over a minute. But people that take 30 and 35 seconds in a shot compared to those that take 15 and 20, I don't think they should be penalised. Some people just play slower than others and it's life. No shot clock for me unless maybe you go past a minute. A minute is a long time no matter how hard the snooker is to get out of or the shot is to get out of. Toilet breaks. Should they do toilet breaks? I think Robertson in the main said people do it at the end of every single frame, and often it's to collect the thoughts and maybe even to put the other guy off, or maybe the other guy's on a roll and they want to stop it. I don't think you should stop toilet breaks. I mean, let's face it, some people playing snooker are older than others, and some people have problems down below with the old prostate and whatever else. Maybe what they could do is say, right, you're allowed 1 toilet break every 4 frames, because it's normally 4 frame sessions. So every session, you're allowed 1 toilet break and no more. And even if a guy goes for a toilet break at a different frame than you, you can't go again because he's out. You're only allowed one. It can be one each at different times, but you're allowed one toilet break. I think that's fair. Then the last thing they mentioned, I think, was dress code. Robertson was saying, I think you should be able to wear trainers and this, that, and the other, and blah, 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 blah. Then he did say as a caveat at the end, maybe the big 3 tournaments, the big 3, maybe for those you wear the old dicky bow or tie, shirt, waistcoat for the main 3. But other than that, you can wear leisurely clothes. I thought, yeah, that sounds about right. And then you're making the main 3 tournaments special compared to all the rest. Yeah, I think that's probably pretty fair. Right, I'll love you and leave you. That's my thoughts. What do you think? You snooker watchers, what do you think? What do you think about snookers? What do you think about the misrule? Tell me what you think. Snookers, definitely. I don't think they should get rid of snookers. I'd be gutted. Murphy says, every time if you're in front and they can't win without snookers, you've won the game. I'm not so sure about that. Yes, it'd speed things up, but I'm not so sure about that.